Now regarding this concept which I told you we'll discuss, what is called as offer for sale. It's very important. Offer for sale is important. It's that it's coming in the news regularly. Now why it is coming in the news regularly? Just have an idea why OFS or offer for sale is coming in news regularly. Regarding offer for sale, before going to offer for sale, have a background about why companies are going for offer for sale. Now SEBI is the capital market regulator. Way back in 2010, SEBI, after this offer for sale session, go back and read 3 articles of disinvestment which I posted 2-3 days back. You will understand it. Okay. That's very important. Disinvestment is very important. I will see offer. Once we discuss offer for sale, we'll go to disinvestment and finish it off. Now regarding SEBI in 2010 have come with a certain norm, what is called as minimum public shareholding norm. What is called as minimum, word you keep in mind, minimum public shareholding norm. Now you can understand all the term. Minimum public shareholding, it's a norm. Now what it says that all the listed company in 2010, what it says that all the listed companies have to ensure that a certain percentage of their shares to be holded by the public. That is what is called as minimum public shareholding norm. And what this norm says that at that time in 2010, what it says that for private companies and public, it given 2 norms. For private companies, it set a norm, and for public companies, it set a norm. For private companies, it set a norm that 25%. For private, it set a norm that 25% of the listed company's share has to be given to the public. So try to understand to a public issue. And for the public sector means government companies like Indian Oil Corporation. For public, it is at that time, I am talking about 2010, it made a minimum shareholding norm of 10%. So in 2010, and the year to achieve this target is 2013. So in 2010, SEBI came with a shareholding norm of what is called as minimum public shareholding norm of, for private companies it is 25% and for public it is 10%. So it want to say that to bring more public in shareholding, that's why it came with this norm. Now what happened is after certain time, now this decision by the SEBI made the government happy. Why? Because now the government, which all companies are listed, government companies which are listed, now they can sell it for 10%. If any company share only 4% or 5% is sold to the public, what it can do? It says that okay, as per the SEBI order, what you have to do? We have to. So actually, what is that? That process is called when the government sell the shares. It's very, very, very important. When the government sell the share of its company, that process is what is called as disinvestment. Be very clear. You will never hear this term anywhere. Whenever you hear the word disinvestment, try to understand that it is government companies selling its shares. So from the capital market chapter point of view, it is the government companies raises fund. Okay, but actually what, it is not companies raising fund. This fund is used by the government. We have, you see it in the public finance that it is used for capital receipts. It is used for capital receipts as non-debt capital receipts. Non-debt capital receipts. Those who are not, just again I am telling you that, see, there are few basic classes are there. Again, those who are not having idea about capital receipts, see that budget concepts video. It will help you a lot. Okay, now we will discuss. Don't worry. But see, I already see, I am making it very clear, especially for a beginner. At least you need to be patient for 2 months. A beginner requires 2 months to understand the entire economy minimum. So if you don't have patience, you have an option. You can watch the video and clarify your doubts, or we will cover it. But because all the topics are interrelated, how can I teach in 1 day or in 2 hours all the related concepts? But we will do it one by one. Now be very clear. I am talking about, since I discussed public shareholding norm, I told there is a norm for private and publics. So I am discussing about current affairs. Why offer for sale? See, we are coming to offer for sale, and it's in news because of disinvestment. So this is very important for you. Now what happened? UPA government thought that, yeah, why 10%? Why there is a difference between public sector and private sector? Why can't we make it 25%? So the government, with the requested SEBI, and government through a notification, government also made this rule. Now there is a parity. If you ask me, there is a parity. Now the government through a separate notification have ensured that, what it said? All the listed public sector enterprises, so the earlier target to achieve 10% of minimum shareholding is by which year? 2013. But through this separate notification they said that by, this is current affair, by 2017, where are we now? In 2017, that's the current affair. By 2017, all the public listed companies have to hold a minimum public shareholding norm of 25%. Double bonus. Earlier it was 10. That's why if you see, the government is selling all the, means which all listed companies are there, they are ensuring that at least 25% is being given as a public shareholding. Okay, so this is the rule regarding minimum public shareholding. Now for private sector, this target has to be achieved by 2013. So private sector is not at all a current affair, but for public sector, this target have to be achieved in which year? It's in 2017, and that's why now to achieve this public shareholding norm, now come to our current affair. To achieve this norm, SEBI way back in 2012, see, this is not there in the material, just note down, I will give you a separate material later on. So what all OFS, it's not there in the material, but it's a current affair. SEBI in 2012, to achieve this minimum public shareholding norm, SEBI introduces in 2012 what is known as a concept, what is called as offer for sale. Now what is offer for sale? Offer for sale, what is the difference? See, there is you need to compare offer for sale with follow-on public offer. Offer for sale with follow on public offer. What is the specialty of follow? So already IPO have been made, yes or no? IPO have been made because it's a listed company. IPO have been, offer for sale is for listed company to achieve the target of, why when SEBI introduced in 2012, what was the purpose? It want an easy mechanism for the private companies and the public companies to achieve the minimum public shareholding norm. So compared to follow on public offer, offer for sale is very easy. It's an easy method to offer share. See, try to understand, it's an offer for sale to whom? To the public, to the public. And why offer for sale is important is that it is comparatively to follow on, when you do compare with follow on public offer, it is very easy. It's a simpler method to issue share. We'll see that. But it has certain conditions. Not every company can go for offer for sale. Certain conditions are there. Only the top 200 companies, who can go? Top 200 companies can go for offer for sale. Second is that the promoter or people who are having a shareholding of 10% and more can go for offer for sale, and it is basically for listed companies. It is basically for listed companies, and this has to be in bulk. It should not be in a minority stake sale. It should be in a block deal. It should be a very big deal. Okay, and for that, what the another condition for offer for sale is that, see, you don't need to go for so many technical details. They'll not go for technical details, but since it is in current affair, I'm telling you the conditions. What is important, I'll tell you what is important for you, but just have an idea. There are certain conditions, but for follow on public offer there are not major conditions. But here the advantage of offer for sale is that when you go for offer, the settlement, normally for follow on public offer, when you go for a follow on public offer, the process get over within 3 to 10 days. This is the normal time. This time it takes, what time takes for the company to issue the share to the public in follow on public offer. How it is that lot of procedures are there, SEBI requirement, permission, so many internal procedures are there in relation to follow on public offer. But offer for sale says that you can finish this process in a day itself. In offer for sale, you can finish, that's why I told you it's a very simple method, in 1 day or to a maximum 2 days. It says that you have to finish it in 1 day itself. You can settle everything. You can sell the share and get the money. Since you have to finish it in 1 day itself, you have to pay the 100% margin in advance. When you go for booking the share, when you go to book the share, in follow on public offer, you need to pay the full margin. Once the settlement is made, only you can. When you go for an offer, see, it's basically a bidding. You make bidding because there are a lot of people to buy the share. So when you bid the amount, you have to give how much the bidding amount, how much you are going to bid, the full amount has to be given as an advance. That's what is called as margin. And if you get it to that day itself, you will get the share. So relatively offer for sale is much more easier for the companies to allot shares and raise fund, but it can't be used by everyone. It is restricted. And try to understand that who go for offer for sale. Basically, for those companies who want to follow this minimum norm. Now, in relation to private companies, offer for sale is not in news. Now, offer for sale is in news for whom? Because for public sector companies. Now, public sector companies, all the listed companies, all the public listed companies, what they have to do? They have to achieve this target of 25,000. That's why if you see the 2016-17 disinvestment proceeds, if you see the 2016-17 disinvestment proceeds, majority of the fund raised is through offer for sale. So disinvestment have a principle. What is that? Minimum public shareholding. So that it says that since there will be public shareholding, it will result in more accountability. That is the principle behind disinvestment. Okay, now keep this in mind that this is all about offer for sale. This is all about offer for sale. What is that? Offer for sale is introduced by SEBI in which year? 2012. Main purpose for introducing offer for sale is to achieve the target set by SEBI of minimum public shareholding. Now, earlier for the public sector it was only 10%, but the government through a separate notification it has increased to 25%, to achieve by which year? By 2017. That's why in all the listed government listed company is going for offer for sale to achieve the 25% target. So this is all about offer for sale. Now since I am discussed offer for sale, go and read the articles on disinvestment. Along with offer for sale, you will see two more things. What is called as, again a current affair, buyback. Now read that. See, my purpose of explaining this is for you to go and read that article and understand it. Buyback. So now buyback is also in news because you are seen in the newspaper. Very simple concept here. It's there in the material. What is buyback? Buyback means, I generally told you, when a company sells share, after that the company will not, if you want to say that you're coming back, asking the company owners, take back your share, the company will say that, no, I can't take it back. You have to go back, sell it in the secondary market. But when the company feels that, okay, in the share market, its price is going down and the company is having reserves. I'll give you an example. What happened long back, a few years back, when both the Ambani brothers were fighting each other. What happened to the Reliance share capital price? It came down. So Reliance realized that, okay, there was a huge speculation about Reliance. So what the Reliance company have done, Reliance Industries have done, they told that to the shareholders, don't worry, I'll buy your shares. I am going to buy the shares at a better price. So when the buyback, so who can announce buyback? Only the promoters of the company. When the company promoters issue buyback, what will happen? Again speculation happen. No, now I will not sell. Then the share price. So it's a two-way thinking. If you want companies having money, a company will buy it. So that the company can prevent the fall of its prices. That's the purpose of buyback. Now, why there is buyback? When you read that article, you will see the buyback. Government buyback. How the government is buying back? That's a different concept. What the government have done is, the government have to achieve the disinvestment proceed target. Disinvestment proceed target to achieve what? To achieve the borrowing target. Another name for borrowing? Fiscal deficit target. So one method for the listed companies, the government can utilize offer for sale. Now for other method, other companies also have to raise the fund. Now what the government will do? Government don't have money, but government have lot of PSUs. PSUs which lot of cash. What the government will do? Government will sell the shares of one company, and who will be the buyer of that company? Another PSUs will tell the another PSU to go and buy the shares of that company. and government take that money as disinvestment proceeds. So this is what is called as, so in here, so actually it's a loss. It's in two ways it is wrong. One, it violates the disinvestment principle of public shareholding. Second, this company who is having excess reserve for its further expansion or to go for further capital expenditure is not having money. Government have forced them to buy it. Already government take a lot of money as dividend. Now are telling them go and purchase the share also. This is happening. So buyback has happened. So when you see that, this is another method the government have done. If you notice one thing, this year the government have got the highest disinvestment proceeds. The government have used this, how they got this highest disinvestment proceed is mainly because of these type of processes. So that's another thing. This is what is called as buyback. Then another one is there, last one, we're going to wind up. What is called as block deal. What is called as block deal or bailout method. Block deal means it's not for public, we'll give only to the entire block of shares will be given to a particular individual or a company. That's what is called as block deal. Basically it's given to, now our poor life insurance corporation have to do this for the government. LIC have a lot of fund, yes or no? We all have invested in LIC. LIC have to pay you back. What the LIC? LIC have to invest. Where LIC will go and invest? Government. So if you notice one thing, 3 days back ITC is in news because of the government only. Government have an undertaking, specified undertaking of Unit Trust of India. This SUTI is, see UTI, try to understand, when now UTI is, Unit Trust of India is not there. It's its assets and liabilities taken over by the government. And to manage the UTI, it has set up a company what is called as specified undertaking for UTI. They have a shareholding for ITC. So SUTI, which government hold, is having a shares of ITC. It sold certain percentage of its share of ITC and taken for disinvestment proceeds, as a disinvestment procedure. Now who bought this share? Only one, it is LIC. So actually it says that LIC have bailed out the government and given this. So LIC have given, actually LIC have given the money to the government. What the government have given? It has given the shares of ITC. So because of that, since there was a huge demand for ITC share by LIC, ITC share price have increased and ITC became the second largest market capitalized company in India. So try to understand that these are the process used by the government. One more is there, which I will discuss in your current affair class. That is through exchange traded fund. I have not discussed that. The government recently raised. So we'll discuss. So that's a part of, that's a very important current affair for your capital market. We'll discuss later on. For time being, understand in the 2016-17 year, these are the 3 ways in which the government have sold its government company share. One is through offer for sale, other through buyback, and through block deal or bailout by LIC. Okay, just have an idea.